Fuel crisis threatens South Africa's export economy. Africa pushes for global trade power in WTO shakeup. Dangote refinery shifts Africa's fuel power balance. Global shipping shift turns Africa into a trade hotspot. Ghana stock market shakes after massive rally. Global crisis threatens Ghana's economic recovery. Stay tuned for more update. Fuel crisis threatens South Africa's export economy. Breaking news from Africa's largest industrial hub. South Africa is facing a growing fuel crisis that could disrupt its economy. The country's citrus industry, one of the biggest in the world, is under serious threat as diesel shortages and rising fuel prices hit logistics. Farmers warn that nearly all exports rely on trucks, meaning any disruption in fuel supply could delay shipments and lead to massive losses. This is not just a farming issue, it's a national economic concern. Citrus exports bring in billions and support thousands of jobs across the country. If the situation worsens, it could affect food supply chains beyond Africa. Stay tuned, this story is developing fast. Africa pushes for global trade power in WTO shakeup. Africa is stepping onto the global stage with a bold economic move. In a major development, South Africa, alongside India and Oman, has submitted a reform plan to the World Trade Organization. The goal? To make global trade fairer for developing nations. For years, African countries have argued that current trade rules favor wealthy nations. This new proposal aims to level the playing field, giving Africa a stronger voice in global commerce and decision-making. If approved, this could mark a turning point in Africa's economic influence worldwide. Dangote refinery shifts Africa's fuel power balance. A major economic shift is happening in Nigeria and it's changing Africa's energy game. The massive Dangote refinery is now boosting fuel supply across the continent. With global disruptions affecting oil markets, African countries are increasingly turning to Nigeria for refined fuel instead of relying on imports from overseas. This is a huge milestone. For decades, Africa has depended on foreign refineries, but now, that narrative is changing. Experts say this could drive energy independence and economic growth across Africa. Global shipping shift turns Africa into a trade hotspot. Africa is unexpectedly becoming a key player in global shipping routes. Due to rising tensions in the Red Sea, many cargo ships are now avoiding the region and rerouting around the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. This shift is creating new economic opportunities for African ports. Countries along the route are seeing increased demand for fuel supply, port services, and logistics support. This process, known as bunkering, is rapidly expanding, bringing in new revenue streams. If this trend continues, Africa could emerge as a major hub in international shipping and logistics. Ghana stock market shakes after massive rally. Big movement in Ghana's financial sector and investors are paying close attention. The Ghana Stock Exchange has recorded a sharp pullback after months of strong gains. Earlier this year, the market surged significantly, attracting both local and foreign investors. But now, prices are dropping, raising concerns about stability. Experts, however, say this may not be a bad sign. They describe it as a healthy correction after an extended rally. Will the market bounce back or fall further? The coming days will be critical. Global crisis threatens Ghana's economic recovery. Ghana's economic progress could be at risk, and the threat is coming from outside Africa. Rising global tensions, especially in oil-producing regions, are creating uncertainty for Ghana's economy. Higher oil prices could drive up fuel costs and increase inflation, once again putting pressure on businesses and consumers. At the same time, there's a silver lining. Ghana's gold exports could benefit from rising global prices, boosting government revenue. The big question now: will global events slow Ghana's recovery, or create new opportunities? Thanks for rocking with us today. Stay inspired, stay proud, and keep supporting African excellence. Keep watching on Top Accolade News.